All right, Delilah fans, I know it's still a bit early to use that specific intro considering, well, the show hasn't even started yet, but this is a video that is just, I don't even know if I should say is voicing my concerns, but I just finished recording the trailer breakdown video for the Delilah trailer that came out last week. Delilah will be premiering next week on March 9th. I just ripped off February from my calendar because it is officially wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. And yeah, it is now March. Time is rolling on by, people. But I have been seeing people, really giving Delilah a bit of a hard time because it does have some obstacles to climb, despite the fact that it hasn't even premiered yet. The most we've gotten is the first look, a couple of promos, and of course, like the full-on first official trailer that premiered last week. So really, before moving forward into this, I just wanted to take a moment. If you could just do the usual, hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Go ahead and hit the bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post new content to the channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And hit subscribe to help me reach 200,000 subscribers. But I decided to take a moment to not rewatch all of the promos on the own YouTube channel. But what I was just curious because it's been a while since I did videos on those. I just decided to read the comments because I wanted to see what people were saying. But I think it's kind of divided into three camps here. The first being the scorned Greenleaf fans who, thought Delilah was going to be the Greenleaf spinoff. And then there's also the fans who, are intrigued by Delilah. Then there's also the third faction who are, stands for Jill Marie Jones, because to be honest, in terms of excitement, I think that Tony Childs, Jill Marie Jones from Girlfriends, is the reason a lot of people are just like, hey, I'm already sold on it. And then, of course, there are other people who are like, I'll watch the premiere to give it a chance. I did see a couple of interesting comments where people have said that this looks more like a movie than a TV show. That's actually a pretty accurate description. Not to go on a comic book tangent like I do sometimes, but what was it? Friday, I sat down and watched the new Superman and Lois show on the CW. I was really intrigued by it. It really looked more like a movie than just a standard CW show, and I really like that. So it's one of those situations where if you have a chip on your shoulder because you're upset that Greenleaf hasn't returned yet, or you're mad that Greenleaf ended, or that Delilah isn't the Greenleaf spinoff that you thought it'd be, you're probably not going to like this show because you're not really going to give it a fair shot. I'm willing to give it a shot, not just because, I wanted to add something new to the channel lineup, but at the same time, I just wanted to give it a chance because of the fact that the Greenleaf creators made this show, and looking at what they did with Greenleaf, that gives me some faith, no pun intended, that they're going to do right by this show with compelling characters, good storylines, hopefully some good music thrown in there. Because I know some people were like, why couldn't Greenleaf come back? They should have brought back Ambitions, which I wholeheartedly agree with. But Ambitions, I will admit, they picked some good songs. Ambitions reminded me of Black Lightning from the CW, where they just pick the right music that just fits the mood of a particular scene. So I do think that Delilah does have a bit of an uphill battle to climb. I just hope the premiere next week knocks it out of the ballpark for the naysayers, because like I said, there are also people who are just satisfied to see black people on screen working, which I feel the same way about. I feel that way about Coming to America too. Like, was the movie really necessary? No. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't that movie come out this month on Amazon Prime? Yeah, that's right. Coming to America does come out with a 2, as in the number 2, not the TO. But, you're happy to see people you haven't seen on screen in a while. You might get introduced to new faces where, some people have been in the game, but they even haven't been on your radar. And on top of that, you also have to think about the fact that, You know, it is good to see representation, you know, strong black people on screen. But I did read this one good comment. It's kind of wordy, but at the same time, I do understand where this person's coming from, because I really like the way they broke it down. So, okay, I'm going to read. This is Amanda Robertson. This is on one of the trailers. Okay. I like the premise. Delilah has potential. I would like to see the characters be not so predictable, and for once to see black women not so aggressive, assertive, mean-spirited, and not just another fixture in their house, apartment, marriage, or as a lover. The men in most of these series involving black women always come off so dull and mundane, looking so unattached. Yeah, that is true. Wholly unhappy, and the love scenes, if any, are unbelievably forced. There are some really good TV writers writing for TV. I like Mara Brock. I think that's Mara Brock Akil. This isn't criticism per se, because Oprah has stepped up her game. I just want the writers to push themselves more, to push the envelope a little. This series has all the makings of a hit, but will fizzle out really, really fast if they stick to the formula. Give us, the viewers, a reason to be excited about the next show. Greenleaf was stellar. I love that show. That's a very, very good comment. I love it. It's just one of those things where, yeah, a lot of these shows do feel a bit stagnant, or, you know, if you took a bite, you pretty much tried them all. So I just feel like Greenleaf was great. So I just feel like the creators of that show wanted to work on something else. And I do feel like they have a interesting product on their hands. Of course, you know, maybe the first episode might not be the best episode. You got to keep watching and see if it's your flavor. So I'm willing to give the show a chance, and I hope you are too. And remember, as always, I'm not sponsored by OWN or anything. I just find, like, you know, this is an intriguing trailer. It does seem a bit too, oh, well, it's all going to be about Tamara and Delilah's friendship. They'll have to go into court together. Will their friendship survive? Yada, yada, yada. Career over love. But, I mean, I'm interested. We'll see what happens. I mean, I really hope that Delilah is a hit. That way I can say I jumped aboard the Delilah train when it first left the station, as opposed to 3 seasons in, and then it ends 2 seasons after I finally get into it, like Greenleaf. So we'll have to wait and see. Just a week and we'll find out. But are you going to give the show a chance? Let me know. And with that being said, be sure to follow me on social media. As I mentioned before, I will be creating a Delilah Facebook group in the near future. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month.